corner is 210. You know, the Louisville Metro Police, Division 6B4, is busted out on my neighbors' addresses in a nation country con. You know, the neighbors' addresses were the fact that I lived at 2019 El Dorado.
219.
I moved there in 2013.
It was 219.
Into my Uncle Dale's house. He passed away in the 90s and left the house to my mother in a will, his sister. They rented it out to people, and I dropped out of college and needed a place to stay. They wanted to rent it out still, and then finally said, okay, we'll let you move in, and they gave them like over a year's notice. So that was legitimately done. I mean, they gave the people a year's notice in contract form. And then I went and lived in apartments and stuff and lived with them during that time. And then I moved in 2013. And so they did a 4 year, and 4 months. So the 4 year was, and the neighbor address is the fact that, 217 was facing the house, it was to the right. And then 221 was facing the house to the left.
Both entrapments involved agent provocateurs that they hired. The first group was Drea, Dirty, Jason, Tavia, Pat, and Chris, who they hustled into my life by way of contacting my old drug dealer and had him in on setting these people up at me, so it looked normal. And they're who got me in trouble. Actually, over my bathroom house paint colors. When I got the house, my parents said, what colors do you want the house to be? I said, like a rainbow theme and then neutral colors. So they did the outside green, and then the inside was supposed to be the rest of the rainbow colors, the 6 other colors. But instead of violet, they painted the bathroom turquoise. And that's where Tavia's name came from. Tavia, turquoise violet. And then Pat painted turquoise, where they then used patrolmen and Tavia to get me arrested on Bonnie Street with a red Mustang Pat had for bathroom, Bonnie Mustang bathroom, and then Tavia and Pat were the 2 people on Bonnie who got me in trouble. Over a Bloody Mary con with Tavia's orange-red hair. And she was divorcing Jason, and actually Jason was divorcing her. And they hit me on the day that her children, family divorced her for abuse and neglect. So then Jason's brother took the children, and they hit me on that day. and arrested me, where I spent 100 days in jail for terroristic threatening and vandalism, exactly where I got jail misdemeanor. Tavia Jason Markham. Yeah. And then so that was mutual terrorists. So they did 2 terroristic threatening. The second one in 2021, they set up hallway stuff and reared the stuff at me till I got aggravated. And then just waited till that October, got a warrant, and arrested me for 45 days in jail.
Okay, and that's 4 away. So they arrested me in 2017 October, and then 2021 October. Over those 2 addresses, the neighbor addresses. Okay. And then they came back 4 years and 4 months over El Dorado and dead, and hit me here in February 2026. They chose Groundhog Day, I guess, for God and Gravedigger. But yeah, you can do the calculations yourself. From October 2021 to February 2026 is 4 years and 4 months. El Dorado dead. Okay. So, all their illegal street justice is double unlegit. Oh, wow, it's just like their volunteer dodging hit with Parkinson's disease and Muhammad Ali draft dodger hit. Hey, there's a 4-4. And Michael J. Fox Back to the Future, Bardstown Road, Fagenbush, Division 6, DeLorean flux capacitor hit, where they're using cars and people punching to mimic symptoms of Parkinson's disease as they magnify and technology harass me and rear people at me. RAP and apartment, reaper, and rap. Rear a person. Andre, of course, there's 4 in the middle, and then 1 to 12 apartments. So represented places Muhammad Ali, with Andre, the chocolate donut head, donut hole munchkin head zombie, who has the speed bag, punching bag in his hallway. And then they're using, I guess, emergency services portals, conning the word help with hustling literal portals, for the time machine DeLorean flux capacitor car to hunt stalk me and to do the phantom symptoms of harassment with that. So remember, when it comes to the 9/11 war, I had surgery 21 days before the 9/11 war. So I didn't know at the time, but I was ineligible for 6 months And then within the first year, I dropped out of college. I moved back with my parents, and they had me evaluated for schizophrenia because it ran in the family. And they diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenia. So I would be ineligible to join the military at that point. So there would have been, if I did try to join after the 6 months, before, there's only a 6 months period in there after that until I was diagnosed. So you're talking about 6 months of maybe that they're hitting me when there was 30 million people age available to join the military for the 9/11 war in the USA, of which there were approximately 8 million that would have been eligible. So that's 32 groups of 250,000 people. Out of the 32 groups of 250,000 people, 250,000 people joined the war. So that's a lot of people that didn't join. Plus I had extreme circumstances, so I don't even know what they're talking about.
Personally, I think with the scar tissue and the fact that I had very limited mobility, they probably would have denied me anyway. Well, I knew I was out of the game at that point. I couldn't get out of bed for a few weeks or a month, and it really hindered my mobility. So there's a huge chance they would have denied me anyway, but I just, I had too much going on in my life. It just was not the right time for me to join the military.
Oh yeah, I already looked up a long time ago the fact of 214, the address, where it looks, if you're on El Dorado, it looks as though they on purpose missed 214. Because on the corner is 213. And on the other corner is 210, Granville. So on El Dorado, it goes 215 is after 213. But then it goes to 16 to 17, 218, 219, and so on. But they put 214 on Granville. And that's where I was like, there's no 214 the whole time. Because I'm seeing 213 on the corner and 215, but no 214 on El Dorado. I didn't know they put it facing the house to the right of 213 instead of on El Dorado. So they just tricked it up with putting the 214 on Granville. And so that's where I got confused about the 214 address being missing.
That's like most of their Valentine's Day hustle. With the veteran ambush and the Valentine's Day street sign significance around here is the fact they're probably hitting my brain, calling me not a genius too. I didn't know. I didn't know that 214 was on Granville. It was all just the boogeyman the whole time. Joe Biden, the boogeyman.